Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Rappler, your social news network. This is Gitanji, Rappler reporter. Joining us today in the Rappler studio is the newly crowned Miss World Philippines, Megan Young. Now, if you have any questions for her, send them our way by tweeting with the hashtag AskMegan. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning, G.
Thank you so much for being here at the Rappler
studio. It's an honor. It's an honor. I was telling G actually that I'm a big fan of Rappler, so I said yes right away the moment that they told me that I would be guesting here.
Wow, thank you so much. Congratulations,
Thank you.
first and foremost.
Thank
How
you.
does it feel?
It actually really hasn't sunk in yet. I keep telling everybody that Bessie, who is from Aces and Queens, we were filling up my Miss World form yesterday. And as I was writing it, I was like, I'm actually signing up a form for Miss World. I can't believe it. So I was doing my regular routine and I see the crown. I was like, I have no words.
Yes, you're a queen.
I'm a queen.
Yes. So how has your life changed since winning the crown?
Well, I'm still Megan. I'm still the Megan that everybody knows. It's just I have a new title to my name, I guess.
And a new responsibility.
And a new responsibility, of course. So that's what's changed. And now I get to fulfill everything that I really wanted to do. Back then, it's just I didn't have the connections. I didn't know the right people on how to do things. And now I do, and I'm super excited for everything that's going to be happening.
Well, everybody knows that you're an actress, right?
Yes.
So is this something that you always wanted to do, to become a beauty queen, or was it really wanting to be an actor? What was your passion?
Well, I've always wanted to be a beauty queen, but I just didn't know when the right time was, because I didn't want to join during a time that I had other things on my mind, that I had other priorities. You know, if I wanted to join a beauty pageant, I wanted to be sure that this was my only focus, because I wanted, sabi ko nga sa iba, I wanted my 1,000%. In joining the pageant, I wanted to be committed to just that. And early this year, it just snapped. The moment I woke up and I called up Jonas from Aces and Queens, I was like, Jonas, I'm ready. I'm ready, let's train.
Well, it seems to me that a lot of people that come out of his camp, Aces and Queens, are title holders. What can you say about, the importance of someone mentoring you to be a beauty queen?
I think it's really important because in any aspect of life, it's really hard to get to where you want to be without a mentor, whether it be the person is there physically or you just learn it online or through books. You need something, some sort of material to learn how to be who you want to be. And of course you apply like how you are as a person to that. Of course that's always important, but there are different aspects that you need to learn from other people as well.
So let's talk about the training that you underwent before the pageant.
Okay, well, like I said, I only decided earlier this year, and the training for Aces and Queens, which is the pageant group that I decided to be with, they start like around November the year before, so it's like a 3-month training for them. So I started pretty late, and at the start of the year, I was kind of healthy. Like I wasn't big, but I wasn't toned, I wasn't pageant ready, my body wasn't pageant ready at all.
So what does that mean, being pageant ready?
I guess it's, of course, like, for pageants, you have that certain physique, you need to...
Statuesque,
you need
slim,
to be
fit. So you were working every day?
I was
working out every day.
Yes, working out every day. But the thing is, my trainer always told me, it's 70% in the kitchen, 30% in the gym. So I had to really change my eating style because I love to eat.
Yes, you're a beauty queen that eats.
I love eating. I love eating pizza, pasta, ice cream, all the bad stuff that could really mess up your diet. Fries go to the thighs, that kind of thing. So,
so you really watched what you ate.
Oh yes.
You worked out.
Oh yes.
Besides that, what other training did you do? Like, do you have to undergo like, mock-up question and answer portions?
Yes. That was a big thing for me because I do hosting and I really talk a lot, as you can notice.
I can attest to that. Yes.
I really talk a lot. I'm non-stop talking. I'll ask a lot of questions, and this time I was the one being asked questions. So the way that I would answer would be I would explain a lot, and
So you would ramble,
yes,
so to speak. And
A
now
lot.
you've learned how to condense
yes,
what you're saying?
Parang in a way, I would talk like a blog, and now I had to speak like I was on Twitter.
Aha.
Yes, so
All
that's
right.
that's how I was trained with the camp. And aside from that, of course, the walk, the way you carry yourself.
Well,
Because-
people. I was monitoring Twitter during the pageant, and people were saying that you were a smashing success on the runway.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, because a lot of my friends that know me know that I'm really parang, hindi naman brusco, but I'm really, kalat all over the place. The way I sit down is, I really don't, I'll sit Indian seat in a chair, or I'll sit like a boy, stuff like that. So
Right.
it was really a learning process for me that I really had to carry on for a couple of months, because you don't learn all of that in just a day.
Yes.
So
moving forward now that you're going to Jakarta in such a short period
Yes,
of
2
time.
weeks.
In 2 weeks.
weeks.
How are you preparing now?
Well, now what we're doing is we are preparing all the materials that we need for Miss World. So we have a couple of shoots that we have to do to send to them. Of course, our Beauty with a Purpose, which we're already preparing, which I have been preparing actually beforehand, just in case, I won the title. We already prepared for that. And of course, our wardrobe, which is important.
How many pieces of wardrobe are you bringing?
How many pieces are we bringing, Bessie? A lot. Probably like 3 to 4 luggages worth of wardrobe, because we'll be there for
Really?
about a month. And aside from that, of course, training, kasi iba pa rin talagang international pageant. You have so many competitors, so many beautiful ladies, and I already saw the pictures of the Miss World contestants, and they are just gorgeous. So
Yes, I wanted to talk about that. The competition seems to be very fierce, and
I
there's a
know.
lot of talk about some favorites from other countries.
Yes.
Because the representatives of 2012 did so well, there's so much added pressure for you to bring home that crown.
Yes.
How are you dealing with that pressure?
Well, I just try to look at it in a way na parang, when I did Miss World Philippines, there was a lot of pressure on me also, because people expected me to win because I'm an artista daw, and they think that I'm their top bet. But at the end of the day, if I really just enjoy the pageant and apply what I learned, then I think I'm gonna do pretty great.
Okay. All right. So, moving forward, now that you're a beauty queen, obviously we'll see more of you in the pageant circuit, right? And less on television, perhaps. But here's my question, because as we know, there are only 3 major networks in the Philippines.
Yes.
So you started off with GMA, you moved to ABS-CBN, people can now see you on TV5, so you're network hopping.
Yes.
So tell me, what is the future for Megan Young on television now that she's a beauty queen?
Well, I actually had an interview regarding that, and to me, it doesn't really matter what network you on. What matters is the amount of effort that you put into a project. And at the end of the day, the last project that people see you is what they're going to remember. So I make sure that everything that I do is 1,000%, just like what I did with Miss World. And it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, the network thing, because everybody that I work with in each network, I learn something from them, and they're great people. I've had so many friends. I got so many friends from working in TV5 recently, who I'm still in contact with, and hopefully I'll see them after the pageant. Even the people that I worked with from Starstruck and GMA, I still have contact with them through Facebook. I still see them once in a while whenever I bump into them.
Yes.
It's just like we saw each other the day before.
Yes,
Parang
but
ganun lang.
as we know, being part of Miss World, there's a tie-up with GMA. So will there be more places that we can see you at in terms of television and acting? Is that something you still are interested to pursue?
Well, as of now, I'm just focused on my priorities as Miss World Philippines, which is, of course, my projects that I hope to do after the pageant in Indonesia.
Are you allowed to talk about what those projects are yet?
Well, they're just ideas as of now, because our main focus now is the pageant. There, because we only have 2 weeks, and then hopefully after I get back, or for whatever happens, it depends on what happens. Of course, we have to keep a positive outlook.
Of course.
That if I win, if ever, we have to see. We have to see. But I have a lot of projects in mind that I'm very, very excited to do.
Okay, so a lot of people want to support you. And how can they do this? I mean, through social media. How can the Filipino people that are rooting for you support you, show them that, they're really behind you?
Well, I think one thing that's important is to have a positive outlook, to have that ika nga nila, good vibes.
Oo, kasi may mga bashers you cannot deny.
You cannot deny it. And one thing that I always tell the people that support me is support the person you love, just don't bash other people. Yun lang naman because during the competition, there was a lot of bashing going on with the groups of me and another girl in the competition, and I was really sad about it. Kasi
because kayong dalawa walang conflict.
Wala naman kaming conflict at all.
It's only the people around you, right?
Yeah, and I keep telling them, okay guys, steady lang tayo, let's just be nice, because between me and the other girls in the pageant, all the girls were just really, it was a really solid group. I can really say that the group was just nice, and there were no bad vibes with anyone, and we just really had a good time together. So what I did was, towards the end, I just stopped reading everything na lang, siguro, para hindi bad vibes and nothing bad would happen out of it. So
right.
I just didn't want to think about what other people thought, because the way that I treated the girls and that the girls treated me was we were like a family.
Yes.
So we didn't let any other people's opinions affect us in any way.
So I have a couple of questions for you that may be controversial. All right. You tried to join Binibining Pilipinas prior to Miss World, and you were turned away because you did a very racy, rogue cover shoot, which was beautiful, by the way, shot by Mark Dickdow. How does it feel now that you're wearing the Miss World Philippines crown, being that you were turned away at another pageant? What is it about Miss World that is different, and what was it that you wanted to be a part of?
Well, I just want to make a correction that I didn't join.
Oh, you didn't join?
I didn't join, or else I would have been there submitting my application form.
Okay, so there was an interest?
It was just a thought, but I guess a lot of people thought that I would be joining because I had trained with the girls from Aces and Queens that did join the pageant, because Aces and Queens only trains once a year, and it's mainly for Binibini. And if you want to do Miss World, you might as well just join the training with the other girls. So I did join their training, that is true, but I wasn't there to submit my application.
Oh no.
It was really, I really...
You set your eye on Miss World from the very beginning?
Yes.
I see. Well, that's good that you clarified, yeah? All right, so my question is, there's a lot of, as you know, you're in show business, a lot of people, may mga chismis, and people are saying that, there's a Wikipedia site, which is obviously not very accurate, saying that you were married.
I know!
But you've never been married before, right? No
Never,
rings
ever.
on your finger?
Not even like somebody asking me to marry them. Wala pa akong ganung moment in my life. So I just want to clarify to everyone that I have never been married, nor has anyone asked me if they want to marry me. I have not reached that triumph moment in my life. So I just want to clarify that. Maybe somebody just, wanted to have a little fun and play with my Wikipedia page, but as we all know, it's not the most reliable source on the internet. So coming straight from Megan, it's not true.
All right. Well, thank you for clarifying. Now let's ask. A lot of people have been tweeting us with the hashtag #AskMegan. So I'm going to read one from Ray Ortega from Facebook. His question is, since Miss World differentiates itself from other beauty pageants by being big on its advocacy through its Beauty with a Purpose segment and training, or tagline rather, what advocacy are you working on or are passionate about? And what will you work on as you can use your title as a beauty queen?
Well, ever since, even before I did pageants, my advocacy has always been education, because that's one thing that my parents really instilled in me. My dad actually didn't want me to join show business because he wanted me to finish school, but it had just been something that I'd always been into media and stuff like that. But when it comes to education, that's my #1 priority. That's why until now I'm still studying. And I really think that it's important for the youth today to just, even if they don't have the means to go to school, to, read, learn how to read, have people read to you, because that simple knowledge that you can have goes a long way. You can take that with you throughout the rest of your life.
All right, and you are in school, but I mean, you have your beauty queen things that you have to take care of,
Yes,
right?
I'm taking an LOA for my second term in
Yes,
St.
but Megan
Benilde.
is actually going to school in
College of St. Benilde.
College of St. Benilde as a filmmaker.
Yes, digital filmmaking. I'm in my senior year, but I still have a lot of back subjects that I really need to focus on afterwards.
I've actually watched some of your short films
Thank you.
online. Yes.
I post them on my blog actually, so I'm super proud of them, even though some of them were videos from when I was just starting out in my course. You know, I like to see the progress that in my filmmaking.
Yes. Okay, so this is another one from OMG Sam. Are you leaving your career in show business?
Well, like I said, for the meanwhile, I'm going to focus on my duties and we'll see what happens later on. You
All right.
can't really tell as of now.
Well, I just wanted to ask, I've transitioned as well
Yes.
from showbiz. What is it about being a beauty queen that is very different from being in show business? Because both jobs require, being out in the public,
Yes.
meeting people. But what's the main difference?
Well, I guess the main difference is you have such a big responsibility when you're a beauty queen because people look up to you. It's kind of like the job of a president, you know. You have so many things that you need to show people, showcase people, and parang, let's do this for the country, let's do this for the country. Same as a beauty queen, you do things for the country as well. Being an artista, it's also a really great job. I mean, I have enjoyed so much, I have learned so much. The main point of it, though, is to make people feel good.
To
And
entertain.
To entertain. Of course, you know, it's not something to be ashamed of because I'm very proud that I'm in the showbiz industry because, you know, that simple smile that I see on faces means so much to me because at least it means that I'm doing something right.
Right.
And I guess I can apply that to being a beauty queen, but being a beauty queen has so much prestige. It brings so much to the table. People look up to you in such a way now, wow, maybe one day I can be like her, maybe one day I can help out other people the way that she does.
Very aspirational. All right. So from MJ Aliones, what misconception about the Philippines is it that you would like to dissipate, that you would like other people from all over the world to know?
One thing that I would like to change about
Yes, the
Philippines.
misconception of people.
Well, I think a lot of people think that the Philippines is, you know, a very third world country and stuff like that. But actually, we have a lot of rich things that we can showcase abroad. You know, there are a lot of things that we can be proud of. You know, people just see the bad side of it, but there's a lot of good stuff that we can show them. You know, we have the beautiful beaches that we can show them. We have the city that we can show them. I'm so proud of the city because, you know, when you go to the malls, you're like, wow, the Philippines isn't poor at all. You know, there's a lot actually, and it's hard to list it.
yeah,
it's hard to list
tourism.
it down. Tourism and the city that we can showcase to the foreigners. But, you know, there's a lot also that we need to work on as well, you know, just like with any other country.
All right. Okay, and then from Arthur Peña, he asks, what was your favorite moment during last Sunday's coronation night? Besides, obviously, having that beautiful crown on your head, was there a favorite moment?
Well, for me, I guess it would have to be during the swimsuit competition. Because as soon as I stepped out on stage, I knew that I was having fun. And having fun on stage is what's important to me because at that moment, I wasn't thinking about the pageant. I wasn't thinking about, oh, you know, I have to have this kind of aura or I have to smile like this. I knew that if I went out there and I was just having a good time, that I could just wing it.
All right. Well, now that you've got that crown, you're going to Jakarta soon.
Yes.
How are you feeling in the next coming weeks? I mean, everyone's so excited for you.
I know.
You know?
I'm so nervous. That's the truth.
I just can't imagine what you're going through because so many people have expectations that you're
Yes.
really going to bring, you know, you're going to bag it and win it and make us all proud. But you know what? Regardless of what happens, you've already made us so proud.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Honestly, I really wish I had more time to prepare. That's
2 weeks is
one
not a
thing.
long time at all.
It's not a long time at all, but I'm going to make the most out of it. I'm going to work hard and show them that, hey, the Philippines has something to bring to Miss World this year.
Yay! Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
Okay,
G.
before we wrap this up, how can people follow you on your social media accounts?
Yes, they can follow me because I will be giving them updates from the pageant when I'm in Indonesia. So they can follow me on Twitter. It's at Megan Bata. It's MEGANBATA. And that's the same as my Instagram. And I have a blog, and hopefully I'll be able to post once in a while I'm there. It's meganbata.com.
Are you on Instagram?
Yes.
Yes,
I
please
am.
tell us about your Instagram account so we can follow you there too.
Yes, it's also Megan Bata. All my online accounts are
Okay.
Megan Bata para isahan na. So they can follow me there, and don't worry, I don't post a lot of selfies. Only once in a while.
Okay, so that's a question I want to ask you. How many selfies do you think one can post a day without being narcissistic?
Well, okay, somebody asked me this before, and somebody had also told me that if you post too many selfies, it means you're dumb. So I was like, really? Does it really mean that? So after somebody told me that, I tried as much as possible not to post a selfie.
So no selfies at all, not even one a day?
No
I'm
naman.
guilty of that. How's
No
that?
naman, not naman one a day. Pero, whenever I feel like, parang, it's a selfie day, so let's post one.
I see.
So I mean, it's up to the person if they want to post selfies or food. It's their Instagram. Give it to them. If you want to follow them, okay. If not, fine.
All right. What other ways do you express yourself, Megan, that we don't know about? Because, a lot of people ask you all these questions about the pageant, but how does Megan truly express herself?
Well, I guess you could see the real Megan when she's at home. Obviously, that's how it is with everyone else. But Megan, when I'm at school, I guess that's the number one thing, when I'm at school, because my classmates see me for who I really am. Like, I'm in just my jeans, my sneakers, my t-shirt, and my backpack. So that's who I really am. And like I said in the pageant, I'm a gamer. So I always have either a console with me or my iPad.
What is your favorite game? I'm sure that's a hard question because you're a gamer.
Oh, it's really hard. Well, one thing that I can remember, because I haven't played my Xbox in a while. I'm an Xbox girl. Sorry, I'm a Nintendo girl. I love RPG, and one of my favorite games is Fable. Mm-hmm. It's this medieval kind of game, and you have a character, and you build their good and their bad side, if they're corrupt or if they're not corrupt. So I love that whole logistics kind of thing to it. So that's my favorite game as of now.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We have one last question from Jeff P7. And his question is, what are your last thoughts? Before, you leave us here on Rappler, what would you like to share with everybody? Especially with the Rappler audience, because it is a very different audience from
It is. It really is. But I'm happy to be a part of that audience, and I'm happy to be one of the readers who has had the privilege to be here in the Rappler studio, in your office. So I'm kind of fangirling right now that I'm here. So if you're here in the Rappler studio and you're a reader or a fan of the site, I guess you would probably have no words because you're just excited to be here itself. But for the readers that are there supporting, me and beauty pageants out there, thank you. Thank you for all the support, and thank you for believing in me and the other beauty queens that, we can bring honor to our country.
Oh, well, we're equally a fan of Megan Young. That is no doubt. Thank you so much
Thank you, G.
for being here at Rappler.
Thank you.
And we wish you all the best, all the luck as you continue to Jakarta. And like we said, win or no win, you're already a winner. And I know that's passé, but it's true. We're so proud of you. Thank you so much. All right, guys, thank you so much for sending in all your questions to Megan on social media. And before we wrap up, we just want to say thank you to everybody who are continuously supporting Rappler. As Megan said, she is a viewer herself and she reads our articles. That has been our beautiful Miss World Philippines 2013, Megan Young. Let's continue to give her our support as she represents the country in the Miss World pageant in Jakarta on September 28. Thank you once again. This has been Gitanji, Rappler.